What is up, you guys? Sprinkle. Today's video is going to be handbag alternatives. So these are one of my most popular videos that you guys love to hear. I have not done one of these in this year so far, so I decided, you know what? Spring season's around the corner. There are so many alternatives that I think about. I literally think about alternatives all the time. I literally keep a list. When I think of an alternative, I save it on my phone on my notes, and I found enough to make a video. So I said, you know what? It's time to rank it up, an alternatives video, because this one is definitely going to be a great one to film. So give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe button. I'll be leaving the expensive version down below, and I'll be leaving the inexpensive version down below. And I love to do these videos because not all of my subscribers can go out and buy a designer bag. Sometimes they want to be smarter with their coins. Maybe they want the alternative, or they like the alternative, or sometimes, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the designer one. So I love to make these videos. I love to compare and contrast. You guys know I hate to use the word dupe. I don't use the word dupe. It just sounds cheap. It sounds inexpensive. I think the better word to use is always going to be alternatives. So that's why I never use the word dupes in my videos. I always use the word alternatives. So let's go ahead and get started, because this is going to be probably one of my favorite ones just yet. So number one is going to be the TOTEME T-Lock, which comes in at $990. You guys know I got this bag in December, and I have been using this handbag non-stop, and there is a new handbag on the block that is very, very similar. So I did want to talk about it. It is going to be the FREJA HUDSON bag that comes in at $288, I believe. And let me tell you, this bag basically is the TOTEME T-Lock without the big hardware in the front of the bag. And this one is about 1/4 of the price. Now, FREJA is a vegan leather brand, so maybe that's why it is priced, you know, 1/4. But regardless, it is very, very similar. You can fit about the same things, because I've seen videos of people put what's in their bag. And this one, it comes in cream, it comes in brown, and it comes in black. I mean, if you've been wanting the T-Lock and maybe you just don't want to bite the bullet, I do think it's a great bag. I have been using it non-stop since I purchased it. I think that FREJA HUDSON bag can definitely be a handbag, around the block that you can definitely use. And I have not had any FREJA handbags in my collection yet. I may add one on later on this year, but I would say FREJA is definitely a handbag brand to come out with, because I do love a lot of their minimal designs. If you're vegan or you're interested in vegan bags, I think, you know, I think this is a great line of handbags to check out. I think they do a really great job, and I always see really great reviews on this on social media. I have yet to see a negative review on this brand, and so I will give FREJA her flowers, because she did her big one with this bag. But I also love me a TOTEME T-Lock because I love that bag so much. The next bag is going to be the MADEWELL hand woven shoulder bag. That's $148. And this one's going to be comparing to the Dragon Fusion tote, which is $395. Now, these ones are not very similar in a sense. They're similar, but they're not. So how they're similar is they're both totes, and they both have that kind of same woven design. The Dragon Fusion is just shaped a little bit different than the MADEWELL one. Dragon Fusion is known for that kind of smaller, kind of like woven detail, and MADEWELL had came through and did a lot of variations. And let me tell you, MADEWELL has been taking everybody by storm, because some of these hand woven bags are already sold out.
Come try on with me the woven viral MADEWELL bag in all 4 different colors. This bag has been living rent-free in my head ever since I saw Michelle on TikTok post about them. They're such great quality, and they look like they can fit so much. I was torn between what color I should choose. I originally thought I was going to get the navy because I thought it was unique and I don't have a navy bag. And I was there for a hot minute trying to pick out which color I wanted, so I actually ended up buying 2. Stay tuned to see which ones I bought.
Okay, I have been influenced. I saw this beautiful bag on a TikTok the other day. I will tag the creator below, and just look how perfect she is. It's from MADEWELL. It's $150. It is the perfect size and perfect bag for spring. There's no hardware at all. There's this little magnetic fold over situation to like keep it shut, so there's like no zipper or anything like that. And there's my pouch. Also, I go from bag to bag a ton, and I have this huge ass pouch, and it fits my pouch in here so perfectly. And I was talking to the sales associate, and I was like, why is MADEWELL just popping off lately? And she told me that there is either a new designer or a new design team, and we're now like seeing a lot of their work lately, I guess. I could be totally wrong. That sales associate could have been making that up, so don't take my word for it. But this bag, so good. And I guess it wasn't online before, but now it is, so I'll link it on my shop my, and it's just so perfect. I don't know if I said this, but it comes in this color. a green one, a blue one, and like a lighter brown, and $150. So worth it. Very impulse buy for me, but no regrets. So I'm just a happy girl. But okay, I'm gonna lay on my shop my ciao.
If you were to put these two bags in my face, I would say easily that they're from Dragon Diffusion. This brown one is Dragon Diffusion. This is the small croc, but this one is Madewell, and it's insane how identical they look. They literally look like they were from the same designer. I mean, even the strap, the craftsmanship is insanely good, and I just have to do a comparison video because if you're in the market for like a woven bag like the Dragon Diffusion, I would totally just go to Madewell, pick one of these up. This color is so beautiful.
We actually got some hand woven Madewell bags in the store, and let me tell you, the totes that are $198, like the bigger tote, oh my god, the quality is there. I love that it has no hardware. You guys know I'm always about functionality. I'm always about wearing things multiple times. And if a bag doesn't have any hardware, for me, that's always a plus, or very minimal or concealable hardware. Always a plus, because that means that you can wear the bag a lot more and you can dress it up and you can dress it down, kind of how you want to play the handbag. But I will say that this is a really great alternative if you don't want to wait because for a Dragon Fusion bag, for the most part, you do have to wait about 12 weeks to get your handbag from the date of the order, versus you can just go to your local Madewell. You can go on the Madewell website and you can just go ahead and buy one for maybe 1/3 of the price. So do not sleep on Madewell handbags. I have talked about Madewell handbags since the beginning of 2025, and I have been impressed by the quality of Madewell bags. You know, for whoever is designing their handbags and their accessories, definitely needs a raise, like raise up their price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Who else is coming for next in 2025? Oh yeah, you already know, Miss Coach. Miss Coach is not here not once, but twice on this list. So she's coming for Saint Laurent's neck, and we both know I love both of those brands. And the one that I'm talking about is the YSL White Tote, which retails for $3,600. This one kind of gives me like that kind of like transitional phase from when it went from Yves Saint Laurent to Saint Laurent. Now they're going back to Saint Laurent, back like in the shopping packaging and kind of like changing everything out. It definitely gives me like a vintage kind of older bag style, very into the times, sounds very discreet. But I will say $3,600 is very, very steep for any handbag nowadays. I think that the most I would spend in a handbag for myself would probably be $3,000, and even that you'll have to pull my teeth out for that one. But $3,600 is what the YSL shopping tote costs. And there is one that Coach came out with, and it's called the Coach Gramercy tote, and it's $495. What is very similar is that it has the gussets that are kind of out, but then in the strap it kind of like dips in, where it kind of has like that Y illusion. They're very, very, very similar. I mean, one is $500, one is $3,600. I mean, there's still different elements that makes each brand what it is. But I will say the Coach one, I've tried it on. We actually have this in the store. I had played around with it. I love this handbag, and I think it's a really great alternative if you don't want to get the Saint Laurent, or you kind of want that Saint Laurent look on it. And obviously with Coach bags, they always have their dog tags, so you can always go to the Coach store and you can always get that embossed, give that little personality touch with your handbag. So I mean, Coach did her big one with this one. And then again, the YSL shopping tote is $1,500. I remember when these totes were at $995, COVID time. And they have, Coach has their a hat and tote for $250. Okay, these are basically the exact same bag. I mean, one is $1,500 that has Saint Laurent hot stamped. The other one has Coach hot stamped. Saint Laurent has a clochette. Coach has a dog tag. I love the dog tag because it can be a simple handbag, but the dog tag, you can definitely customize it and put it what you want. You kind of put your own your own personality on it. And so, I mean, Coach, I mean, Manhattan, I mean, like I said, Coach is coming for everybody. To no play, no games. So definitely, if you've been considering Saint Laurent totes, I would definitely think about Coach, because Coach has been coming for Saint Laurent's neck. So I mean, the girls are fighting in 2025. Okay, like I said, they're coming for our coins. Okay, so I mean, Coach, I salute you. Next one is going to be the Tory Burch ROMY HOBO. So you guys know I have the classic ROMY that I got kindly gifted in January. I love that bag so much. I've been using it non-stop. It's literally the handbag that I'm using today. But they recently came out with a HOBO style that looks like this. And the only hardware is basically where you can adjust the strap, where it has a little T, very minimal branding. And what other brand has that that's very similar? It's going to be the Louis Vuitton Low-Key Hobo. So the Tory Burch one is $495. The Low-Key Hobo from Louis Vuitton is $3,400. The Louis Vuitton has the branding on the side of the metal, and it also has the hot stamped in front of the bag. The Tory Burch just has a Tory Burch like on the hardware. So even the Tory Burch is even more low-key, as Louis Vuitton likes to call that bag low-key. I like the Tory Burch one more just because it looks like it has more structure. It's made out of the same material as my ROMY bag, and my ROMY bag is soft, but it has a nice structure. The Louis Vuitton low-key, I have seen this bag in person, I have felt it. It's a little bit more softer, so it'll get more softer as you wear, and it won't remain its nice structure as the Tory Burch ROMY Hobo. So I mean, in this case, I mean, I would go for the Tory Burch ROMY Hobo all day every day versus the Louis Vuitton low-key, because even the Tory Burch is low-key because it has less branding than the Louis Vuitton one. Tory Burch said, let me join Coach and join on this alternatives video. So Miss Tory solidified herself in this video once again. Next one is going to be the Row Small Park Leather Tote, which retails for $15.50. And versus the MANSUR GAVRIEL Mini Everyday Tote $545. So basically it's about $1,000 difference, 1/3 of the price. Let me tell you, MANSUR GAVRIEL was a handbag brand that we started carrying in December, and I love the bags. I love to sell them. I love to storytell. I just love MANSUR GAVRIEL. They are more than just known for their bucket bags from, you know, 2015, 2016, 2017, whenever they were popular. I mean, they do impeccable leather, impeccable work, and these two are very, very similar. The only difference, I believe, the MANSUR GAVRIEL is magnetic, and the Row one is a little leather pit to tie up the bag. But they're very similar, just with different branding on them. So if you like the look of the Row bag, maybe you don't want to spend the $1,500, maybe the MANSUR GAVRIEL is a little bit more up your alley. And the MANSUR GAVRIEL comes in a lot more colors, and it's a lot more available versus the Row Small one. I only really see it stocked in like core colors. So if you do want like an everyday tote with maybe a pop of color, with less of the price point, I believe they're both made in Italy. I mean, the MANSUR GAVRIEL, I mean, can't really go wrong with it if you ask me. They both seem like they're, I mean, pretty good handbags. The next one is going to be Veronica Beard. So Veronica Beard came out with handbags, I believe last year in the summertime. Let me tell you, Veronica Beard is doing her big ones, the Veronicas. They're sisters-in-laws, if you know about them. And I've been a big fan of their dash bag when it came out. I'll insert a picture of it here. I'm still a big handbag lover of the dash bag. I still think that the dash line from Veronica Beard is my favorite line that they currently have. I just think that they nailed it out of the park. I think out of all the handbags that they have, the dash bag collection I definitely love. This one is not quite very alternative. They're still very different. Probably the only one that they're different but alike, versus the other ones are still very similar. And it's the Veronica Beard Dash Leather Clutch that reaches for $478. I remember during New York Fashion Week, I saw a lot of the girls have this like in the Veronica Beard dinners, and I just thought it was such a beautiful bag, and I knew eventually one day we were gonna get it, and we ended up getting it. And let me tell you, this bag is so nice. It's $478. It has this magnetic detail on it. You can actually fit a decent amount. It fits your phone. You can fit a little card case, your little lip gloss, and your keys if you drive like here in Texas, versus the Bottega Veneta Andiamo clutch, which reaches for $29.50. They're both pretty much the same, as they both have the top handle and they both have that hardware detail. One is woven, one is not. I find that the Veronica Beard one is a little bit more easy to get to because it has that magnetic, versus the Bottega, you actually have to take that piece of metal out to access the bag. Like I said, one is $3K, one is $500. So it's 1/6 of the price. I mean, I just think that it is, I mean, a nice alternative. It's not exactly as one is woven and one is not, but I mean, I like Veronica Beard. If you are a big fan of Veronica Beard clothing, I would consider, if you are interested in their handbags, I would make sure Dash is one of the first handbags that you buy from this brand. I mean, the Dash collection does so well. I love to talk about it 24/7. I get Veronica Beard little magazines every season, and I love to see what variations of the dash they're bringing out in. And so Veronica Beard dash bag, I am obsessed. Another handbag brand that I have never talked about on my channel. I never talked about this brand, but I know who they are. So Jeffrey Campbell. What is Jeffrey Campbell known for? For their shoes. But did you know that Jeffrey Campbell has a handbag line as well, and that they come in boxes? Not every handbag brand has boxes, but Jeffrey Campbell said, we're better than some of these brands. We're gonna come with a box. Like I said, everyone's competing for our coins. Remember, we're the ones that decide what these brands are with our spending power, okay? Never forget that. So we have the Jeffrey Campbell Pesky Genuine Calf Hair Shoulder Bag, or you know, they have a lot of variations of this pesky bag, but it is compared to the Prada Medium Bonnie bag, which retails for $2,300. The Jeffrey Campbell's $230, so it is 1/10 of the price. And when I tell you, this pesky bag from Jeffrey Campbell literally looks like the Prada one. We had one returned, and I looked at it, and the quality was there. I was very surprised. I've never played around with Jeffrey Campbell shoes just because they're not my style, but this handbag caught my attention because it was very minimal. I literally thought it was a Prada bag when we first got it. I was like, oh my god, this is a Prada bag in this black box. I thought, yeah, I literally thought it was a Prada bag, but it was Jeffrey Campbell. And that's when I went on my phone and I started looking at Jeffrey Campbell handbags, and I said, okay, Jeffrey Campbell, you are doing your thing too. She said, Jeffrey Campbell, just like Veronica Beard last year, Jeffrey Campbell said, I want to be in this handbag list too. So Jeffrey Campbell also has a lot of nice handbags, but this is a really great alternative, 1/10 of the price. You definitely get that Prada look. Like if you're running and you're carrying the bag like on your armpit, I mean, just by the sides, people would think it's a Prada bag. Not saying that you're alluring to that, but it definitely has that Prada girl look. And if you put a bag charm on it, I think that would look even prettier too, kind of give it more personality, because the bag is quite simple. But I mean, Jeffrey Campbell, I mean, let's see what other handbags we come out with later on in the year, because so far I was impressed. But even by the box, I know the standards are pretty low, but even with the box, I was impressed. I have 2 more handbags that I want to talk about in this list, and these are going to be by Quince. You guys know I love Quince so much. A brand that I have talked about before, and you guys always eat it up. So we have the LOEWE puzzle bag, 3,500 bucks is what it costs, small one. And there is a Quince bag that looks very similar to the LOEWE puzzle bag for $160. Now, I did see reviews of this, and I saw the comment section in certain TikToks and certain other YouTubers comment section coming for people buying this Quince bag. But like I always tell people, not everybody wants to spend $3,500 on a bag. Not everybody can afford to buy it. So if people want to get a look-alike, you know, let them do what they want to do. Okay, this is a judgment-free zone. If you want the Quince bag for 160 bucks and you want to live your LOEWE puzzle bag fantasy, I'm gonna be here to tell you, you do it, okay? Do not, like I said, some of these comments were very mean by pretentious people. Let's look at your 401k, let's look at your cavities, let's look at your oil change before you come judging other people, okay? The only person that can judge me is God, okay? Sprinkle. I saw some negative comments, but I'm like, you should let people just live their lives, okay? So LOEWE puzzle bag, 3,500 bucks, Quince bag, 160. I mean, I'm always gonna say the Quince bag. I mean, I have the LOEWE puzzle bag. I love it. I enjoy it. Noah, I miss her so much. She's at my parents' house, but I love her so much. But I mean, the Quince bag definitely is giving me that LOEWE kind of classic. You know, LOEWE did get rid of the classic LOEWE bags like the one that I have, and they kind of made it into the edge, which I don't like as much. I find that there's not as much craftsmanship towards it, and I like that the Quince bag is a new bag you can buy brand new that still has the elements of the classic LOEWE bag. I mean, it looks like the OG one, which LVMH decided to discontinue, which I do not know why they did that, because I prefer, see, they ruined everything. They had to ruin my puzzle bag. The LOEWE puzzle bag, the OG one, was perfect how it was. But I'm not these brands, I don't make these choices, but I mean, the Quince bag is going to be the next best thing that you can buy brand new that looks like the OG puzzle bag, not the newer edge one that's out right now. And then the last one is going to be the Tory Burch fanny pack, and there is a Quince version called the Italian leather diamond stitch sling for $89. This is basically like almost like an 80% difference in price point, and I love me Tory Burch. The fanny pack from Tory Burch is very nice. It's that very nice, soft, malleable Fleming leather, which we all know and love. But we all know and love that it's a very delicate material. It does scratch very easily. So if you are afraid or you don't like the TT branding, which I understand, I personally love anything Tory Burch branding. but there is a leather diamond stitch sling from Quince that is very similar. And I would also check Quince bag. There's one like a Bottega Andiamo, there's a Tory Burch Kira alternative. So there are a lot of nice alternatives from Quince, and their handbag quality is really nice. Just take a look on TikTok, take a look on YouTube Shorts. I mean, I never heard anything talk bad about Quince. I mean, I'm not even none of this is sponsored, by the way. If anything was sponsored, I would declare that in the beginning of the video. But yeah, guys, these are going to be some handbag alternatives that I want to talk about. Let me know if you definitely want me to do one for when we get to actual spring. This is kind of like my pre-spring video, but I still have like 5 or 6 more that could have been in this video, but I want to make the video long. So definitely let me know if you guys want me to make a part 2 for spring, because man, the girls are fighting for each other. Like I said, we are the ones that spend money. We are the ones that make these brands what they are with our spending power. So like I said, never forget that. So the girls have to compete against each other for our coins. Okay, we are the ones that are in charge. So definitely let me know if you want me to make a part 2, because I can definitely make that video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll be leaving everything in the description box so it's an easy access for you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys, and take care.